Detain her.
There she goes. That driver was not going to jail without a fight, a long one. We'll show you how long she led deputies on a chase and how they finally caught up.
Bodies found inside a burned car. We'll show you who neighbors say they usually see right around that area.
And the Myrtle Beach Police Department will not be pressing charges after a puppy went out of a car window. We'll show you why officers say the driver is innocent. Tonight, a homicide investigation in Horry County. Sky 15 is giving you a bird's eye view where police say 2 bodies were discovered inside a burned car in Socastee. ABC 15's Taggart Hauk has been on scene all day.
Taggart, police aren't saying much at this point. What have you learned since being out there today?
Summer and Trey, here's what we know at this point.
All right, guys, we are continuing to follow that breaking news out of Florence. Tonight, you are not with World News right now because we've got some devastating news right now out of Florence. 5 officers were shot today. We are told one of them has died.
ABC 15's Tanya Brown confirmed that one of them was a police officer with the city of Florence. Tanya, I know this is tough on you. Can you tell us any more about that officer?
No, they haven't released any information as to, the officer's position with the City Florence Police Department. They haven't done that.
No tengo nada en contra de la persona que te lleva o te hace daño.
I do not have anything against the person who took you.
No sé quién eres,
I don't know who you are,
pero tienes un corazón.
but I know you have a heart.
A mother's plea to her daughter's kidnapper. We're going to show you where and how the FBI tracked down that stolen SUV used to take that girl. Lawmakers want answers after 2 women drowned in an Horry County Sheriff's van during Hurricane Florence. 2 correctional officers have already been fired. We'll show you why a lawyer for the family of one of the victims is blaming doctors, too. This was not a Halloween prank. Investigators say a person wearing a mask walked into a restaurant but didn't order a meal. We'll show you what deputies say happened to an employee there. The FBI is calling it a big break in the disappearance of a 13-year-old girl. Investigators say they have found that stolen SUV a man used to kidnap Hania Aguilar in Lumberton. This right here is some video of that 2002 Ford Expedition police spent all week looking for. Someone called 911 after seeing the car in a field off of Quincy Drive. That's less than 10 miles from where Aguilar was last seen. Tonight, ABC 15 has team coverage as the search for 13-year-old Hania continues. Taggart Hauk shows us what businesses are doing to help detectives get information. But first, the FBI just released new video this afternoon of a person they want to speak with. Here it is. Take a good look. ABC 15's Tanya Brown shows us why.
Summer, the FBI released that video late this afternoon.
I think we're into day 18 of this disaster. It's hard to believe we were starting out with a Category 4 hurricane facing us, or we were facing it, and then we were spared the wind, but we got the rain.
Leaders say the flooding will not get any worse in Horry County, but things are far from back to normal, and we are still working for you. Tonight, Taggart Hauk will show you how one family is surviving in their home with 4 feet of floodwater outside their garage. Tanya Brown will introduce you to a family in Nichols who has already spent 2 weeks in a shelter. Sydney Glenn is watching the traffic.
But first, we have some new information just into our newsroom for you. The Horry County Sheriff says the 2 deputies who drove through floodwaters were waved around the barricade by members of the National Guard. A spokesperson just told us because the van was a law enforcement vehicle, they were waved around that road closed sign. Now, those 2 deputies, might remember, were rescued from the floodwaters, but 2 mental health patients who were in the van, they drowned. The investigation is being handled internally and by the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division.
Well, tonight, drivers are still dealing with heavy traffic and road closures throughout the county. ABC 15's Sydney Glenn is live at the Horry County's Emergency Management Office to give us an update on the roads. Sydney?
Randy Webster says we are starting that recovery.
Trying to have a wonderful time down here in Myrtle Beach. Everything was fine until tonight.
Somebody in the crowd was yelling active shooter, which is why everybody started running.
He can't get out. I was in there.
I just never expected that we would be in the midst of this.
Guy came up to me. He's on the phone with somebody at Wet Willie's. Supposedly they're holding hostages at Wet Willie's.
Call about a possible bomb at Holiday. No confirmation.
Happy 4th of July, guys. We've seen it all tonight.
Fear on the 4th of July at Broadway at the beach. Reports of shots fired, a bomb, and a hostage situation sent people racing away from a fireworks show.
Yeah, police say they found no evidence of a shooting, though, folks, or a bomb, or any hostages. They say the people witnesses thought were hostages were just hiding in stores for their own safety.
They were coming right at you, run. It was either get trampled or get out of the way.
Tonight we have team coverage. ABC 15's Taggart Houck spoke to people about those tense minutes and the race to find a safe spot.
But first, Sydney Glenn shows us what police say created that mass confusion and chaos. She sat down with Myrtle Beach Captain Joey Crosby to find out how a fight became pandemonium at a fireworks show.
I think you have to start by putting yourself in the shoes of the people who were at Broadway at the beach last night.
Tonight we are following breaking news out of San Francisco, California. An explosion on a gas line started a fire. It's now sending huge plumes of fire and smoke into the air. Started about 2 hours ago, and we've got a live look for you here right now. We've been following this on ABC 15 News Live for about the last hour. The fire department says workers were installing fiber optic wires at a business when they cut a natural gas line. 5 workers were missing, but they have been found safe. We will continue to follow this story right here and on WPDE.com.
Well, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, this video is worth at least one arrest. Myrtle Beach police got this video through a Ring doorbell surveillance system after it was submitted on the Neighbors app. The video appears to show a man try and break into a home before realizing, well, he's on camera. He walks away and appears to successfully break into another home. Police were able to use this video and their city surveillance cameras to identify that man. He was eventually arrested in North Carolina. Now, if that got your attention, consider this. Cybersecurity experts say that same camera that can help catch crooks can also be a target for hackers.
Right. ABC 15's Madeline Montgomery shows us where you are most vulnerable. Madeline.
Well, video like this, taken with cameras like this, can be hacked if your Wi-Fi isn't secure.
This is a WPDE ABC 15 News following Florence update.
Busy Friday night. Families are evacuating in many communities throughout our area as the rivers continue to rise. We're keeping an eye on things for you. ABC 15's Taggart Houck will show us how high the water is getting in Longs. Sydney Glenn is live in Georgetown to explain why county leaders say they're at a disadvantage. But first tonight, traffic still at a standstill on Highway 501. Here's why. The Department of Transportation shut down the 501 bypass at the flood control wall for construction. So all drivers are forced to take 501 business. ABC 15's Nick Papatonis is live with drivers who have been crawling for hours. Nick.
Well, a man on death row faced a judge. Stephen Stanko murdered his girlfriend in Murrells Inlet in 2005. We'll show you why he's back in court and what happened. This just in, President Donald Trump has accepted Speaker Nancy Pelosi's invitation to give the State of the Union address.
Yeah, it was supposed to be held tomorrow night, but will now be on February 5th in the House chamber. That's next Tuesday, and you can expect more on this story on World News Tonight following this newscast. Well, we start tonight with our first warning weather. Airlines are starting to offer waivers for airports in the Northeast. Snow and freezing temperatures could create icy conditions. Students had their first snow day of the year in Minnesota. Now leaders are considering closing for the next few days as wind chills dip to 50 degrees below zero.
Yikes. Now the worst weather is expected to stay to our north, but for us, the weather will get colder as the polar vortex does make its way across the country.
Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski is here to show us how low our temperatures will go.
All right, let's go right to the
Scammers can take your voice off of social media and change it to say what they want.
Because if I post a video online telling you that I'm a person who likes to help scared animals who are homeless, a scammer could use my audio and make me say this. Help, I'm scared.
Myrtle Beach police are investigating virtual kidnapping cases here on the Grand Strand, and the North Myrtle Beach Department of Public Safety is teaching people how not to become a victim. ABC 15's Taggart Hauk shows us technology experts say you need to be careful. Taggart.
Summer, it can happen anywhere, even in this Myrtle's Inlet neighborhood.
A teacher was telling us to go, 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 and then, it's like instinct. You're scared, you're traumatized, so you're running as fast as you can.
10 dead after a school shooting in Texas. A teenager charged with capital murder. Coming up, we'll show you what students say they heard after the gunshots started. But first, tonight we have team coverage as the Spring Harley Rally wraps up this weekend.
ABC 15's Nick Pepentonis is live in Murrells Inlet, where the party shows no sign of slowing down. And then there's Sydney Glenn. She will show us the 3 life-saving E's state troopers are practicing right now.
Some of us saw rain 4 days in a row, and Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski says there's much more to come. Let's check in with him now to see where the showers are right now.
Well, the good news for all the bikers.